Are straight arm pull downs hard for you to connect with? Watch this video and figure out how to do straight arm pull downs. So the reason why you really can't feel your lats when you're doing straight arm pull downs is because if you're using your traps elevate your shoulders. They bring them up. They do the exact opposite of what your lats do, and your lats pull your shoulders down. And that's what we want to happen the entire time. We want your back to look like this while you're extending your arm, while your flexion and extension of your arm. We want the shoulders to stay depressed and the traps to stay out of the equation. So how do we do this? Well, I found this really cool way for you to feel your lats when you're doing straight arm pull downs. So we're gonna do this. Okay, any of you guys watching right now, I want you to do me a huge favor. If you're sitting by a table, by a desk or whatever, get in the position where you can be about this height to the desk. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get you guys to feel the lats working, because how you're going to put your hands and start pressing on the desk is exactly what you're gonna do when you grab the straight bar, the easy bar, whatever bar you're using. So, number one, we wanna make sure we take the palm of our hand, the nice meaty part of this hand here, and this is what we want to have on the desk or on your bar. So we're gonna put that over top the bar. Now, at the same time, we're gonna push weight and we're gonna roll our wrist over top so our wrists and everything is aligned on that table or on the bar. You're gonna try and push your table or your desk down to the floor, and you'll feel this starting to light up. And right now, I can guarantee you guys right now are like, damn, I can feel my lats. And you're like, one person's like, I can't feel them. All right, cool, let's go through the checklist again. Make sure our hands are on that desk. We're pushing with the palm part of our hand. We're externally rotating so the elbows are outside or facing the outside. We're gonna try and push the desk down, and our chest is gonna try to raise up. And you'll start to feel this tensing up even more. If you have that sensation, if you're feeling it right now, that is exactly what you're going to be doing when you grab the easy bar, the straight bar, the rope, whatever bar it is. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna translate this now over to the cables and an easy bar. Setting this thing up is also going to be the deciding factor of whether or not you feel the straight arm pull down. So pay close attention. I'm gonna give you instructions from floor to core, right to your fingertips. All right, so Mason is gonna grab the outsides of this easy bar. He's gonna grab this just like he was with the desk. You're gonna translate the exact same thing. So when you grab the bar, you wanna make sure that the meaty part of your hand is what's contacted against this bar. Then you can flip your hands underneath a bit and just keep them there. You keep them like this, that's completely fine. Now, with your feet shoulder width apart, you're gonna walk back with your butt first, leaving your arms as high as they can go while lowering your chest almost parallel to the floor with a nice slight bend in the knees. And then from here, we're going to emphasize pulling our chest down to the floor even more to create that much more tension on our lats. Now from here, we're gonna press down just like we're trying to press our desk or our table down to the floor. We're gonna continue that tension the entire time while pulling our chest up. Pause, and you should feel the lats, and then letting it go back up, letting the cable pull you to starting position, and at the same time lowering your chest to get the full range of motion. Now, you're probably asking me, Johnny,
I don't do it this way, I do it the other way. Why can't I just do it the way I want to do it?
You can do exactly what you want to do it. As long as you can feel your lats work, it's completely fine. But here's the difference why you can do it this way or the other way. Right now, if you look at what our lats are doing, our lats, through the full range of motion, have to pull this entire bone or arm all the way down to the side, and here's this finished position. Now going back up, letting it pull, he gets the most amount of range of motion from here, and tension on the lats in that lengthened part or portion of the lift. Now if I get Mason just to kind of elevate his chest, a little bit more, a little bit more, more. Now you're seeing that the range of motion is being shortened. And some people do it this way, some people even do it even straighter. Some people do it here, which is fine. Again, as long as your lats are engaged and you're getting a stretch at this part, it's completely fine. But if we're not getting that and we're also using our traps, then we're not necessarily gonna get the best bang for a buck from here. And to be honest, I want to get the most I can get out of this exercise, so I'm going to put myself in a position to make sure that I'm going to get the most out of this exercise, and that is going to be when my chest is parallel to the floor. Now from here, we're just going to take a deep breath in and exhale while pulling the weight down, keeping the chest up, lats engaged, traps out of the equation, and then letting the weight come back up slowly and stretching all the way up. And I stretch and then do it again. Now, a couple things I want to make clear to make sure you keep yourself balanced and stable throughout the entire rep. Number one, I see mistakes all the time is we start off like this, but as soon as the rep gets harder, we start getting a lot of knee flexion and we start sitting down in the back and we start shortening the range and we start falling off of our plane. Now, what we want to do is we want to use our center of mass to our advantage. And what's our center of mass? It's basically taking your butt and just putting it in different places to make sure you're balanced the entire time you're lifting. I'll go over center of mass in another video, but just to make it easy, we're counterbalancing this entire movement by shooting our hips back, and the weight is going to be a little bit on our toes, but still pushing our hips back. So when we're pulling down, we have some tension from the ground pulling, and we have stability from here, and that helps us keep the tension on our lats, because if we start rocking back to our heels, then we start sitting down and our knees counterbalance and our knees start going forward to make sure it counterbalances the weight. And we don't want too much knee flexion. We want to avoid when the rep's getting hard. Too much knee flexion is going to make us trying to sit down more, and it's going to prop us and make us sit more upright, losing tension on our lats and putting more attention really in our glutes. So we want to make sure that we counterbalance ourselves with our glutes by shooting our hips back, having less knee flexion, and then letting some of our weight rock to our toes, but still making sure your feet are on the floor, but feel your toes engaging in the floor, gripping, and then our butt counterbalancing us so that we keep the tension on our lats the entire time. So when you keep pulling down, you have good stability right from floor all the way to the core, tensions on the lats, and we get a great stretch at the top by counterbalancing us by keeping our butt back and stretching this entire muscle here. And then we continue again. And then after doing maybe 10 to 15 reps at 2 second negative, 1 second pause here, a good concentric, you're feeling an absolute burn under your armpits. And you're thanking me later. Use the front double bicep. That is it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below any movements that you want me to break down one at a time. Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, guys, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing.